with part of our teams here. We're organizing the Digitally Fit Awards, Business of the Year. For those who are joining for the first time, you're really welcome. This is going to be the 7th edition of the Digitally Fit Awards, Business of the Year. So there are certain plans we are making already. The event will be there on the 27th at Safari Park Hotel. And we decided to heed to a call by the members who are asking if they're able to get a platform where they can showcase more of their products. So we've come up with a platform. It's called the VFair, where it will allow people to do virtual demos, virtual representation of the same meeting. So we have our teams here, and we are going to run through the whole process. Normally starts here, from here, and for every category, for example, the domain and hosting category, when you go in there, we've ended up with the top 3 for each of the categories. And you'll find in businesses here from Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. So for this award, we are only doing the Kenya edition. Yeah, so the website for the Digitally Fit Awards is here. And then the website for the VFair is also up and running. It's vfair.keonline.biz. So we can see it here. So what happens is this will be the website that people will be using to register your customers. So for now, they can just register. They register to get in. Once they get into the VFair. And if I've registered already, I can simply log in. When I log in, it takes me into the VFair. So now the question is, what is this VFair and how is it going to help you reach out to your customers or more customers? How is it able to help you market your products? So I would like to invite my colleague, Yasa. She's going to run us through the entire process. And then after that, we'll be asking the questions. All right, thank you so much, guys, and all the best.
Thank you, Alphonse. So hi, everyone. I'm going to present to you today how you can set up your booth and what your booth would look like on the platform. So I'm sharing my screen. Please confirm when you can see it. Okay. I think you should all be able to see my screen. So from here, which is the landing page of the platform, I'm first going to show you how to log in and then what will happen once you are inside the platform. And then I'm going to show you how you can set up your booth. So from the landing page, you have multiple information that you will be able, to go and read. You don't need to use that registration form as exhibitor to register. So your registration is going to be through the booth setup form. Once you have completed the setup form that I'm going to show you in a few moments, you can click on login here and you can add your email address. And then, of course, depending if you will have a password or not, it will ask you to add a password. And then you click on login. Once you have logged in, you will land on this page, which is the exterior lobby. So this is the exterior lobby. And then, like we indicated, you can click anywhere on the screen to enter. And then you will land on the main lobby of the event. So again, we are still working on that. And this is in progress. So what's important for you in order to see the booth you have created is to go to the exhibit hall. So I will go here, and then I will see I have a few booths. So for now, let's say we have 4 created. Sorry. You will be able to scroll left and right to check the booth, or you can click on this icon, which is going to be the grid. So from the exhibit hall, you will be able to see the booth one after the other. You will be also able to scroll left and right, or you can change the view to a grid view here, which will also allow you to search for the name of the booth. So if I type booth, for example, I will. So let's say I take this booth, and this is my demo booth. I will have here the company name, which is below here. And then right below it, I can add a description about my company. So from your booth, you also have the option to add videos and documents. So you don't have any limitation on how many videos you can add and how many documents you can add as well. Okay. What's interesting in your case is that you can add here on that dark menu bar, you can add external links. So let's say you have a website with a page dedicated just for your products. Then you can come here and add that product section. And upon clicking on it, we will be redirected into your website with the product section. Okay. So you can add many external links here as well. Now, during the day of the event, of the award, we will also have that chat option. So if I click on the chat, I will have a conversation open directly for that booth. So if the company name is VFairs, then I will have a chat open with VFairs. Now, the tricky part is that you need to have someone inside that booth that will be able to answer the questions, if in case there is any questions coming in. And you will see also the people tab here. So here you will see all the people that are connected at the same time as me. And the rooms are going to be the chat rooms available on the platform. Now, how can you create that booth and add that design and add the documents and external link? Let me take the link and I will show you. So you will all receive a link that that look like this one, the one that I'm pasting in my browser. And once you enter it, you will end here. You can click on Get Started. So it's a very easy process, but don't hesitate if you have any questions. So step one is the basic information of my booth. So I add the name of my booth. Okay. So I will call it VFairs with, for example. And then you can add a company logo. So we did added the dimensions to ensure a better quality of image, which is 400 by 400 pixels. So you can click on drop a file here to upload. And you can choose your image. You can also crop it if needed. And then you can click on done cropping. Then you have a description, and the description is what is going to be shown at the bottom of here. So I can add for now, this is, it seems it's bugging a bit on my end. Okay. Now, once you have added the basic information, before going to the step 2, it's very important that you scroll down and you click on Save and Continue. Because if you don't click on that button before going to the other step, your changes will not be saved. Okay, so this is a very important step. Now, step 2 is the booth graphics, which is the layout of your booth here. And you actually have the option to choose between different templates. So you can scroll left and right and choose the template of your choice. Okay. And use it. So let's say I want this template. I can click on use this template. Yes. I will also have the option to choose an avatar for my booth. So I can scroll left and right to check the avatars. Or if I don't want any avatar, then I keep it empty, which is the first one. Let's say I take this one. Okay. Now from here, we also have added dimensions and numbers, okay? So first thing to know, it's that it's very important that you add the image number 1, and then you will add number 2, and then number 3. So please do not add number 3, 2, and 1. It has to be in the numerical order, okay? We also added the dimensions, which is all of them are pixels, right? And this is to ensure a better quality of the image. So to add an image, you can just click on the banner, and then you have plus upload banner image. And you can choose the image of your choice. So mine are not the good size for now, but I would recommend always keeping it the good size. So you can crop it as well, zoom in, zoom out. And then you can click on continue. Now this part is optional. This is to add an action to that banner. So if I want to add an action, this means that as a participant, if I click on that banner, what will happen? So you have a few choices, either do nothing, so nothing will happen if I click on that banner. I can open a URL. So if I choose that, I can add my URL here in the action. And this will allow users to be redirected upon clicking on that image. You can also display an HTML content. Of course, this is if you are familiar with any coding. So in that case, you would add the code in the source code here, for example, and you can start creating your code, and it will appear as a pop-up on the platform. We also can add a video or a document in a pop-up. So for a document, you can either add a URL or you can upload a document directly. And for the video, you can only add a URL for that. But this is optional, so you don't have to add it if you do not want to. And you can click on do nothing if you wish to keep it as it is. Then I will click on save. And then I will go to image number 2. This is the same process, right? So I can zoom out if it's needed. I click on continue. Depending on my choices, I select an action or not, and then I click on save. Either an external link or leave a message, for example. Okay. That way, external link will allow you to redirect users outside, and then you can simply add, your URL here. And then if I choose to have leave a message, this is typically so that users can send you an email. So you can click on add a title. You can name it, for example, contact us. Choose leave a message as type and leave a message recipient email. So here you would add your own email address and leave a message subject. You can still add it as contact us. Okay. So those two are the main links, let's say you would have to use. Okay. You can also add, of course, an HTML content. And this is, again, if you are familiar with any coding, in that case, you can use that as well. It will appear as a pop-up on the platform. Okay. Now, if you want to remove one of the links you have added, you can simply click on that delete button, and then it will remove it. Once this is done, we can click on save and continue. And then you will be redirected to step 4. So step 4 are the documents and video you can add to your booth, which are in this part. So first we have the videos, and then we have the documents. So if you wish to add a video or a document, then you click on yes. If you do not wish, you click on no. And like I said earlier, you don't have any limitation. You can add as many documents and as many video as you would like. So to add one, I click on plus add another document. And it is important to keep in mind that the documents I will add, the system only supports either a PDF, Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. Okay, so we have added here the format accepted by the system. So I can add the name, the title of my document. I can also add a description. And then I will choose how to add my document. Either I can upload document, so I keep it on upload. I drop a file here to upload, and then I choose the file of my choice. Now this one is done. I can click on plus, add another document, add a description, and then I can use an external link for my document. So if I use an external link, then I will come here and I will add my external link. So if you wish to keep adding document, then you just click on plus, add another document. So it's the same process for the videos. Only thing is that we accept YouTube or Vimeo formats. So if I do have videos, I will click on yes, add another video. And it's the same process here. I will add my title. I can either add directly a URL, knowing it has to be a Vimeo or a YouTube URL. I can add a description, and I can add a thumbnail image. So what the thumbnail is something that will show on the platform like here, okay? You see that image, this is not actually the video, it's an image we place, so it shows before viewing the video. So this is where you can place it. So you have two options, okay? Either you will add the external link directly, or you can upload that video if in case you have it. So I click on upload, and then I will choose my video, and automatically it will convert that video into a Vimeo link, which is one of the formats we accept. Okay, now this is converted. And I can also upload a thumbnail image. So now my video is here, and I can add as many as I wish. Now, once I have added all the videos I want, I can click on save and continue. I'm sorry, I need to go back to step 5. Now, step 5 is a very important step because this is where you will be creating your account. And from here, this is where you will have access to the platform, okay? So I need to add my exhibitor accounts. This means that if I am doing the setup of the booth for me and my colleagues, then I would need to add as well my colleagues, right? To do that, I can click on add user. By default, in the first name, we will have the name of the booth, okay? That shows so that people on the platform later on, they will know that, okay, this person is from this, and this is what, and this is her name. So you can add your first name right after that, and then you can add your last name. Now, let's say you do not want to add your last name. You can add instead the name of the company, and then you can add your job title, and in the last name section, you can add your first name. So for example, I would call it project manager, and then my last name would be my first name. This is if in case you do not wish, to have your first name and last name on the platform. Then you can add your email address. Oh, sorry. And once this is done, you can click on save. Now I will receive an email in my inbox inviting me to complete my profile. So once I go in that email, I will resend it. So from here, this is the email I received from noreply@vfairs.com. You can click on this link to complete your profile. And from here, you would have to create a password. So by default, you will have your first name showing, the last name, your email address that, of course, for now you cannot change. And then you will also have to create a password to enter the platform. Okay. And you can add as well a profile picture if this is your desire. Once you have done that, so I'm going to add my password. I click on register. Okay. And from here, I would have the possibility to log into the platform. So from the main event landing page, I will just click on login. I will add my email address. I will click on login again. And then I would have, please do not mind this. Our developers are working on this. The platform is still in progress. And then you would click on login and add your email address, your passwords and email address. And then you will be taken inside the platform. So from this part, I have shown already before showing you how to set up your booth. But what you need to know is that, like I said, you can add your colleagues as well as representative of the booth, okay? You can be the one setting this up and then just add their email address and they will receive the confirmation email that will allow them to complete their registrations, okay? If in case someone did not receive an email, you can simply come back to this form and click on the mailing icon and they will receive back that email. Something you should also know is that you can always come back to that form and make some edits, okay? So it's not just a one-time thing. Once you have added your rep account and you click on continue, you will be on review finalize, which is step 6. This is just to review your kiosk, make sure that the details are added correctly. And then I will click on submit booth, okay? And then it says, thank you for submitting booth contents. So once you have submitted that booth, you can always come back, okay? You can come back and change any text you added in your description. If you wish to change your logo, you can change it as well. If you wish to update any documents, video, content links. So this is something you can always do, okay? Even during the event itself, you will be able to do that. We do not recommend making some modification during live days. But before that, yes, you can come back and make some edits. And this is it. Do we have any questions?